some breaking news that's coming in. India abstains from the UN vote that condemns Russia's annexation of Ukrainian regions. New Delhi stressed that dialogue is the only answer to settling differences and disputes. Let's listen in to what Ruchira Kamboj has to say.
India is deeply disturbed by the recent turn of developments in Ukraine. We've always advocated that no solution can ever be arrived at the cost of human lives. We urge that all efforts are made by concerned sides for the immediate cessation of violence and hostilities. Dialogue is the only answer to settling differences and disputes, however daunting that may appear at this moment. The path to peace requires us to keep all channels of diplomacy open. India's Prime Minister has unequivocally conveyed this in his discussions with world leaders, including with the presidents of the Russian Federation and Ukraine. So has our External Affairs Minister in his recent engagements at the General Assembly last week. India's Prime Minister has also emphasized that this cannot be an era of war. We therefore sincerely hope for an early resumption of peace talks to bring about an immediate ceasefire and resolution of the conflict. India's position has been clear and consistent from the very beginning of this conflict. The global order is anchored on the principles of the UN Charter, international law, and respect for sovereignty and the territorial integrity of all states. Escalation of rhetoric or tension is in no one's interest. It is important that pathways are found for a return to the negotiating table. Keeping in view the totality of the evolving situation, India decided to abstain on the resolution.
Now, to give us more perspective on the story, I'm being joined by Abhishek Jha on the phone line. Abhishek, that's a big message coming in from India.
Of course, and India has always maintained on this issue of Russia-Ukraine conflict that cessation of hostilities and returning to dialogue could be the only way forward to mitigate the crisis and bring back the peace in this conflicted region. With the yesterday night's resolution that has happened, that was brought and which also tried to condemn Russia, India had abstained, and not only India, there were 4 abstentions on this resolution. India, China, Brazil, and Gabon, they had abstained on this, and 10 members of the United Nations voted in favor of this resolution. But with this divided mandate, this is clear that there is still scope of dialogue. There are parties, there are countries who are trying to support dialogue to cease fire and to cease hostilities in a way that can bring back peace in this conflicted region of Russia and Ukraine.
Thank you for that information, Abhishek. Now,